Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're diving into something that's absolutely crucial for families, navigating the state of Alaska's Child Support Enforcement Division's digital tools so you can track your payments effectively. If you've ever felt completely overwhelmed by confusing government portals, you are definitely in the right place. We're going to break down exactly how to use this system to your advantage. Ever find yourself wondering exactly when that child support payment is finally going to clear? Let's be real, family financial security relies heavily on predictability. Whether you're budgeting for groceries, school supplies, or this month's rent, the peace of mind that comes with real-time tracking of those funds is absolutely vital. So today, we're going to transform what can often be a super stressful waiting game into a streamlined, predictable process. Here is our roadmap for today's explainer. First, understanding Alaska child support. Second, registering for the portal. Third, linking your existing case. Fourth, navigating and tracking payments. Fifth, troubleshooting common issues. And finally, takeaways and a quick disclaimer. Part 1, Understanding Alaska Child Supports. So, the CSED uses two main terms that basically dictate your whole digital experience. First, we have the obligator. That's the parent who pays the child support. Then there's the obligee, the parent who receives it. Knowing your specific role is step 1, because it actually dictates exactly which portal guides and tools you're going to need to access. Throughout this explainer, we'll mostly be focusing on the obligee's perspective, which is tracking those incoming payments. Now, here's a massive tip and a recent major shift in how Alaska handles these cases. If you've lived in Alaska for a while, you're probably used to using the My Alaska system for basically everything, right? From your permanent fund dividend to your hunting licenses. But you know what? That is the old way. The state has completely transitioned child support services away from My Alaska. The new way, and literally the only way moving forward, is the dedicated CSED client portal. This is now your official hub. Part 2, Registering for the portal. When you head over to the official site at childsupport.alaska.gov, you'll be greeted by this clean, modern CSED client portal homepage. Try not to let those bears catching salmon in the background distract you, though. You'll want to focus your attention right on the login module. Now, if you're a first-time user, you can't just log in with some old password. You need to look right below that blue login button. See that little link that says Register Here? That is your starting line. Clicking that specific button is what initiates the creation of your brand new web logon. You're going to be asked to provide some basics, your name, a valid email address, and a phone number. It is super critical that this contact info is completely accurate because you will need to verify it. Also, just as a general best practice, whenever you're dealing with financial portals, make sure you choose a really strong password. You know the drill. Use a good mix of uppercase letters, lowercase letters, numbers, and special characters. Part 3, Linking your existing case. Okay, a lot of folks actually get stuck right here. They create an account, log in, and see absolutely nothing. No payment ledgers, no history, nothing. And that's because a basic web login doesn't just automatically pull your data, mostly for security reasons. So, on your new dashboard, under the Get Started menu, you must actively click the link that says Find My Existing Case. To protect your privacy, the CSCD system demands precision. It requires 4 exact identifiers to match your new web profile with their backend database. You're going to need your CSCD member ID, your legal last name, your social security number, and your date of birth. I highly recommend just pausing this explainer for a second to go gather your documents. And keep in mind, your member ID is not your case number. It's a unique 8-digit number assigned specifically to you, which you can easily find on official CSCD letters sent in the mail. Once you have those 4 pieces of information ready to go, you'll securely plug them into the system. And if you type everything correctly, and it perfectly matches the state's records, boom! Congratulations, your account is synchronized. The portal will now unlock your entire payment history, all your case details, and even a direct messaging system to communicate right with your caseworkers. Part 4, Navigating and tracking payments. So when the state of Alaska releases your child support funds, how do you actually get them? Well, for many obligees, the answer is the U.S. Bank Relia card. This is a reloadable prepaid debit card issued right by the government agency. It works exactly like a normal debit card. You can use it for groceries, paying bills online, or even getting cash at an ATM. The state simply loads your dispersed funds directly onto this card, and it usually happens within just 2 to 3 business days after they release the payment. Honestly, the very best feature of the Relia card system is the passive tracking.
You do not have to log into a computer every single day just to see if your money arrived. When you activate your card, do yourself a favor and enroll in text alerts right away. You can simply text the word BAL to 90831 to get your real-time balance. Or text TRANS to 90831 for a quick list of your recent transactions. It's a fantastic, completely hassle-free way to keep your finger on the pulse of your finances.
Part 5. Troubleshooting common issues. Let's run through the 3 most common roadblocks users hit and exactly how to solve them. First up, what if you threw away all your old letters and have no clue what your 8-digit member ID is? Well, the portal will not let you guess. You've got to call CCSD customer service directly at 907-269-6900. They'll verify your identity over the phone and give you the number. Second, what if US Bank accidentally places a fraud block on your Relia card? The fastest fix is logging into usbankreliacard.com and just following the prompts to upload a picture of your government-issued ID along with a selfie. Lastly, if you just simply forget your card's PIN, please don't panic. Just call the automated system using that toll-free number printed on the back of your physical card to reset it. Easy.
Part 6. Takeaways and important disclaimer. So, what are the big takeaways from all this? First, remember that big digital migration? My Alaska is officially out, and the CSED client portal is your new home base. Second, setting up an account is a 2-part process. You have to actively link your case using those 4 exact identifiers, especially that 8-digit member ID. And finally, utilize the tools they give you. Set up those ReliaCard text alerts so that info comes directly to your phone. It'll give you ultimate peace of mind. Now, just a quick disclaimer before we wrap up. The information in this explainer is accurate based on source material as of August 2026. Government portals and banking systems are pretty much always evolving, so please always check with official State of Alaska CSED sources or seek professional legal advice for the most current, up-to-date info regarding your specific case. Which leaves us with one final question for you. Are you ready to log in and take control of your family's financial tracking today? The tools are literally right there waiting for you, and they're designed to give you complete transparency and ease. Don't let a digital portal stand between you and your peace of mind. Dive right in, get your account linked, and take ownership of the process. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and happy navigating.